Hello! So today I want to talk to you about the absolutely delightful card game, Big Sur from 25th Century Games. This was part of a Kickstarter that they did that had 4 games in it. So it is fulfilling to backers right now and is either now or soon available in retail. I love the look of this game. I think the artwork is fantastic. And this game is really, really fun. So what is happening is there are all of these cards and they have different types on them. So each card will have a couple of types of roadway on it, and you are trying to make the longest stretches of roadway that you can. So you're wanting to combine like symbols so that you can get bonuses at the end of the game, because every mile in your stretch, which is a connected area of roadway, is going to score you a point. Now, the other thing that's interesting is this card, for example, says 4 miles. So this one card counts as 4 miles of that type of stretch. Here is a 3-mile card. And then there are also 2-mile cards, which they are great because they will have a bonus at the end for you. And then there are 1-mile cards. So as you can guess, the less miles on a card, generally the cheaper it is in order to build. So starting out, you may have a harder time getting some of those bigger cards, but as time goes on, you're going to be getting them. So you have a deck of cards. Like I said, it plays 2, 3, or 4 players. And at the bottom of each card, it tells you which cards play 2 players, 3 players, 4 players, so that you know exactly how many cards to have in your deck, which will give everyone an equal number of turns. So there will be, in the center, essentially a market of 5 cards. And on your turn, you will take 2 of these cards. If you don't like any of the ones that are visible, you can take from the top of the deck. That's totally fine. You could also take one from here and one from the top of the deck. If you take a card from here, it does not refill until the end of your turn. So you can't take one, flip, and then see what happens. So you can take 2 cards. So maybe I want to go for the tree type first. And I just love the little old school VW van. So I take my 2 cards, and then this will refill, and I can decide if I want to start building my highway or if I want to wait. So let's say we're a few more turns in and I've collected some more cards so that I have some options. So now I took 2 cards and I'm going to build. Every card has a cost on it. How are we going to pay that cost? Well, we have a couple of different options. So if I wanted to start by playing this card, it shows you right down here what its cost is. So I need lumber and a construction hat. So in order to do that, I have to discard cards that have those symbols on them. And that is a way that I can then pay for what I'm building. So these 2 cards right here have a lumber and a construction, so I'm going to discard them so that I can build this. And you want to pay attention to which card you're going to discard first, because you'll keep your own discard pile. And as you can see, there is a resource on this. So the top card of my deck is a resource that I can use 1 time on my following turn. So you do want to be careful about your discard order. And because this is only a 1-mile card, it gave me a permanent resource that I can then use going forward 1 time on my turn. So let's say some more turns have gone around and now I am going to build something else. And here is some more of that tree type of highway. So I want to connect it here. And in order to build it, I need some rocks and I need a construction hat. Well, look, super convenient. I've got my construction hat right there. And then I have some different rock cards. So I think I'm going to discard this one. So I place it face down. I paid for my stretch or my piece of road. And I now have a new card on top here. And you can build more than 1 card if you're able to on your turn. So you can save up for a big move, potentially build multiple things. Just know that your resources here and here, though, can only be used once per turn. So if you're building 2 or 3 cards, you cannot use this resource every time. Then when we run out of cards, we're going to score up our points. So you're going to get 1 point for every stretch that is at least 3 miles long of the different types. And you can have multiple. So I could have multiple forest sections. This could get really long. All of your 2-mile cards will have something on it. So this one says score points equal to half the miles in your longest stretch rounded down. So if my longest stretch was, say, 8 cards, I would get an additional 4 points for that. Every 2-mile card is going to have that. So the 2-mile cards are valuable. And then if you are playing with the landmarks, they're kind of something extra you can add in. So when you're playing with the landmarks, when you collect the required symbols, if you're the first to do that, you take that and you put it above the card that got you that symbol. And then they usually have something on them. I think all of them do. Yeah, for the end of the game. So this one says score 1 point for each 2-mile card in your highway. So that's another way to get some bonus points at the end. And obviously whoever has the most points is going to win. So I like this game for a lot of reasons. 1, I'm a big fan of card games. 2, I think the artwork is gorgeous. I love these multi-use cards that are also going to give me future resources, and these 1-mile cards that are going to give me kind of ongoing resources. So I can really try and build up so that then I can just be easily building cards on future turns. I like that the landmarks add something extra to go for, and the first person to claim it is the only one that gets that extra bonus. I think it is a really delightful game. You get a cool first player marker with the game. It's compact, it's small, it's easy to teach, but there's definitely decisions to be made and strategy to be had in how you're utilizing your cards, whether you're going to go for those really big 3 and 4 cards to try and really maximize your stretches in fewer cards, or if you're maybe going to focus more on those 1s that kind of build an engine for you, or those 2s that are going to have some awesome endgame bonuses. So there's a lot going on in a little game, and I just think it is a great time. So that is Big Sur. If you have played this, let me know what you think of it. Give me a like and a follow, and I'll keep bringing you more board game content. Thanks. Bye.